Okay.
Whoops.
C. Gravely, thank you. We missed it earlier.
Wait, what, huh?
She said we already told you that the audio is fine. Perfect. Yes. I already saw a question pop up, and the reason I saw it was because it had a red question mark. So don't forget your red question marks. If you can, they're easier to see. We are flying solo tonight.
Oh, Stella's here.
Yes, Stella is here.
Oh my god, my phone doesn't recognize me anymore.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
It doesn't like my fingerprint.
Got it. That's not good.
No.
Okay.
Ah, there we go. Oh boy.
I'm gonna try not to talk a lot because my throat hurts, but
I'll do all the talking.
oh, that'll be wonderful for you guys.
Maybe you finally won't shush me. Okay,
Okay.
well we're here 3 weeks later.
3 weeks later, we're
And
back.
we're here,
L&A with
Q&A.
what she just said.
Q&A with L&A, and we're drinking whatever was in our fridge.
Yes, whatever was in our fridge. So go ahead.
From our fancy new king and queen glasses.
Yes.
Thank you, Chris, for those. They are amazing.
I'll see if I can zoom in while you look for a question.
Oh, I'm
Because
looking.
we're not starting with any fancy announcements.
Oh,
we're
not
just
yet.
gonna say thank you to all of you. That's what
Oh,
we're gonna
so
say.
Christine,
Oh.
she had a good question. What is Liz drinking?
What are you drinking?
So I'm drinking a strawberry infused. No, I'm not. Scratch that. That's not what I'm having. It's a watermelon infused Smirnoff with a tropical Mio, and Mio's like a sugar-free flavoring. So it's water with the Mio and watermelon vodka.
Yeah.
That's
Hold up
what I'm drinking.
your little glass. I'm zoomed in on you.
Oh. Well, why am I not playing?
Hold it up.
I'm the queen.
Like straight out. Closer to the
Oh.
camera. There you go. There. Maybe you guys can see it.
No blanket. Nelly, I'm sweating.
Yes. Definitely no need for
No
a blanket
tonight. No. Did
Nope.
you get it?
Yeah, I got it. We're
Okay.
good. We're back
I
out.
could have been there holding it for all night.
You
wouldn't
could
told
have
me.
been.
That's a lot of question marks.
That
Okay.
is. Go ahead. Fire away.
Let's see.
No, we did not go to any ghost shows.
No, we haven't.
We probably won't this year. Liz might on her own. Right? You might go, but that's in June.
The thing is, it's coming up really quick, and I keep saying I'm gonna go, and then I'm like, oh my god, it's like right around the corner. I'm not ready.
And there's a lot required. You got to get your vet to sign off on
I
it.
gotta get health certificates. I gotta. Oh.
Yeah, so
I
we're
don't
probably
know.
not going.
I don't know. What made you get into the goat and farm business?
Ooh, what made you get into the goat and farm business?
It just kind of happened.
It didn't start as a business, to be honest. It started as we wanted to get closer to our own food. That's how it started with the chickens. Chickens and eggs get closer, and I'm the type of person
You can't do anything without creating a business. So.
Exactly. When I was a kid, I used to shovel snow, wash cars. That's what I did for fun, made money. And then, bought Reese's peanut butter cups in a big crate, and then brought them to school to sell them in a big crate. In a big box. So that's what I did. So then when we got chickens and it expanded, I was like, whoa, this is a lot of eggs. And then we expanded the chicken business. And then she wanted goats. And I was like, we don't even need to make money. How can we almost run it flat, right?
It's kind of like if you can get your hobby to pay for itself,
right.
That was the ultimate goal.
Right.
So.
Yep, exactly. Daniel, as of right now, we have enough moderators. We're good. Our kids are outside doing something, so we might hear them. But for now, we've got plenty of mods. Our mods are awesome. So right now, thank you for the offer, Daniel, but we are good.
Yes. Hold on a second. I just saw something. Yes, Kathy, if Sadie pops her head over, I might give her a kiss, but it'll be quick because you know her. She likes to eat hair and steal ears.
Yes.
I do. Sylvia says I need a little hand fan.
Ooh, yeah, hand fan, that'd be good.
I do.
Thank you, Elizabeth. We're glad to be back. It's been a rough couple weeks, but, life sometimes throws curveballs at you, and, you got to learn how to hit them. Right? See, that was a baseball analogy, and I don't play baseball.
Was that like a dig to my...
No.
my batting cage experience
Oh,
last weekend.
did you guys see that video? Did they see you in the batting cages?
Yes, they did.
Did you guys see
I
Liz
saw
in the
me
batting
in
cages?
the batting cages. I wasn't too happy about that.
Uh-huh.
I did kick everybody's butt at go-karts, though. That was fun. Stella's making her debut on Q&A. She is. She's being naughty down there. I hear you.
Will we... oh, my throat's really killing me. Will
Take
we
another
let,
sip
will
of
we
beer.
let the fans know when the kids are leaving? So in other words,
yeah.
when the customers come to take the kids home.
Yeah, so as of right now, the weekend we're looking at is the 15th. I think that's a Saturday.
Yeah, I think so.
It's 15, 16, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate plan. Elizabeth asked, are goats born with teeth, and do they have the same set or regrow others? So they're definitely born with teeth. And as far as do they regrow, no, they actually continue growing. You can tell the age of a goat by its teeth. So like the longer the teeth are, the older the goat is.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. You've sold 5, you're keeping 5. What are you doing with the other 5?
Waiting for
more
homes.
customers.
I got somebody coming. Well, she got married, then had to go on her honeymoon.
I mean, that stuff gets in the way.
I know.
But who would rather do that than buy goats?
Right? But yeah, so she's, we have an appointment for her to come look at the 2 Tog Dolings.
Yeah.
So, and that would be good because that's a show home. So it would be showing them.
So I think it's Susie. I saw something about what's the purpose of putting the goat's head in the slots here.
Oh.
So the reason we feed, I think I saw this question come up during the week. The reason we take the goats out basically one by one, even though we do it about 4 at a time, and we put them in the stanchions and one in a pen down there, is so we can control their consumption. We know exactly what each goat is eating. We don't trough feed. We don't throw out a whole bucket of grain. I mean, Danica would take half of it. She wouldn't let half the goats get to it. So that's why we feed that way. And we put their head in there. It just holds them still.
Right.
That's it.
That way they're not roaming around. Once they're done, we direct them to where we want them to go, rather than them having free range of the whole goat barn, which then they'd go way out and eat grass and get into trouble.
And Typo Queen, depending on the customer purchasing the goat, will depend on what type of farewell video we can make as they leave. Like if that customer, for example, our customers that bought 3 from us and are now coming back for 3 more.
They bought 4 and they're buying 2 more.
They bought whatever. They same number 6.
Same number.
Yes. They're buying 2 more this year.
Yeah.
I could probably do a video with them because heck, they're probably watching right now.
Well, yeah.
They watch.
And the other family has been on every Tuesday.
So it's up to them whether they want to be in it, because think about it, that video will last forever on YouTube, so they have it too.
Yeah.
So when their goats are 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, they can go back.
Oh, we have an echo on the bubble cam.
Echo on the bubble cam. Okay, mute your bubble cam.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, on your end, just hit mute on your bubble cam. Or watch on this cam so you don't have the echo.
Claudia, Thunder does not have a forever home yet, but the one family who is getting Uno, Bear, and Apple did mention that they were interested in possibly getting Thunder as well. He's gonna find a good home. It's just a matter of time.
Sarah, if it gets boring around here, which it hasn't lately,
boring?
We have too many rabbits right now. We're not breeding any. We have way too many.
We have a lot for sale.
We haven't.
And I haven't put much effort into
selling.
Right.
We haven't been focusing on rabbit sales. Lotion has been taken over. Swanky sauce, life in general. But when we get back to rabbits, we have to make room. We got to sell some of these, and then when we breed, we might do a countdown to a mom, giving birth, and do a rabbit cam for like the last 4 days or whatever it is.
Yeah.
We talked about it once before.
Yeah. Is Moo a show goat too? It depends on what show.
Yeah.
Like she wouldn't go to an ADGA show because she's not registered, but she does go to fairs, and our kids show her. It was supposed to be Moo was supposed to be Tyler's showmanship goat, but Moo has a mind of her own, so Charlotte's actually his showmanship goat.
Right.
At the fair.
I find it funny that the cow person says goats are the best.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Was she just? No, that was Typo Queen who asked about Moo.
Yeah. Mods are awesome. Yes, our mods are awesome.
We have the best mods.
How is Jake doing? That's a good question. Jake is doing very well. Hey Jake, how are you doing? Let's see if he answers. He's playing video games. Oh,
Oh look, he says he's
what
good.
was that you said? We couldn't hear you. Oh,
Oh, he needs to
he's
learn
got to learn how to use a walkie-talkie. Hey, do me a favor. Hold the button down a little longer and then tell
And
us
then
how you're
answer.
doing.
I am fine.
There you go.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
Thank you. The YouTube channel asked, so we let them know. All right, talk to you later.
Just
Yeah.
don't let Stella out.
So he's doing good. He's playing Fortnite. He's a happy kid. He's inside. And Tyler just showed up for some reason. And Tyler, we're kind of busy.
Look at that.
What's that?
It's a spider.
Literally
a 5-inch spider.
All right, let me
where-
see.
And where? We don't like spiders.
In the
Our
garage.
YouTube
Look
guys
at that.
don't like spiders
Right there.
either.
I was literally trying to plug in a fan because the gas smell
Yes.
stinked. And then I moved the box.
Sorry,
saw a big,
life
huge,
again.
Sorry. I saw a big huge spider. I'm scared of spiders.
Okay, stay away from the
Screamed like a
spider.
girl, but took a picture of it and
Is
then
it-
showed
you
it.
No,
scream-
he took the picture.
Oh.
Okay, you guys
Okay,
can go back
you guys
and play.
can go back to
Bye bye.
Also,
taking
my
apart the
Doritos to
engine.
protect it.
Okay, bye bye.
take the Doritos to protect me.
I don't
Oh.
understand. They're working in the garage, having a good time.
Yeah.
Sorry for that interruption. We need a light bulb outside the barn that says live
live
on camera,
on air.
on air, live box.
What is the temperature in the barn?
Oh my gosh, hot.
It's actually now. I mean, now that I'm not working.
Alexa, what is the temperature? Everybody's Alexa just went off.
Right now, it's 63 degrees Fahrenheit.
Why
Tonight,
are we complaining?
expect
Why
a
are we
low
hot?
of 55 degrees.
Humidity's got to be. I think it's the humidity problem.
Yeah, tell yourself that.
It's humidity problem. It's
Sure.
63 degrees.
It's funny though when you're
Could be
working.
the alcohol.
That's not it for me. Anyway, oh, she has a fan that attaches to your phone. I could be here and the fan.
I've seen that. I've seen those.
That's awesome. Nettie, we answered the question about the schedule about the kids leaving. It's going to be the weekend of the 15th. If that's that Saturday, June 15th, that's the schedule as far as right now. Jeanette, I see you. So your chat is definitely coming through on our end. Maybe refresh, leave and come back and see if your chat refreshes.
Yep.
We all see you. Christine sees you too. And Elizabeth sees you. We see you.
Daniel, as of right now, we are not moving the camera up any higher. There'd be no reason to put it up any higher. It's good where it goes. It gives you guys the perfect angle of the inside of the barn.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Jamie asks, how is Stella's training going on being housebroken?
Not so good.
Well,
Yeah, not so good.
she does really well some days and then not so well other days, and a lot of that has to do with our busyness. So it's our fault, not hers.
Yeah.
But she'll get it.
We got Stella from a breeder in Hartford, but that breeder actually works with his parents, who also breed in
Belarus.
Belarus. So
She has a Russian passport.
so she actually wasn't born in the U.S., which is interesting.
Yeah.
And she was
So
sent
all
over.
of her like health information, when we're signing all the papers and going through the health contract and all this stuff, he hands me a passport. I was like, "This is your passport? I don't understand." It's her passport. She had to go through customs, and with that, she needed vet papers, and her passport has her list of vaccines, which I thought was kind of cool.
Guys, I want to apologize. We're running about 9 minutes behind on questions.
Yeah,
so if you put in your question, it's going to take a while for us to
Yeah.
get to it. But the red question marks are helping.
Yep.
Thunder have a forever home.
I answered that one, not quite yet.
Not yet.
He has a tentative, but nothing like no deposit yet.
Yeah. When will the boys be neutered?
No, that was supposed to happen the last time we talked about this, and then life got crazy.
So possibly tomorrow.
It's got to be soon.
Tomorrow or Monday, we'll get on that.
Gotta be soon. Yep.
Yeah, but we're building a garage tomorrow, so it's not like we got anything going on.
Yeah, we're building a garage, so
Yeah,
sorry.
and you guys will
not
probably be
tomorrow.
a part of it. Maybe I can move the live cam out there.
Yeah, maybe. Hey,
Oh.
Sylvia wants to know, why did you decide to get Stella? I'll let Aaron answer this one.
I did not decide to get Stella.
Lies.
What do you mean?
Lies.
Okay, please. You are the one that's addicted to heartbeats, not me.
It's only an addiction if there's a problem, and I don't see a problem. Anyway, no, because you planted the seed of, I want a little dog, and
That I did.
and
I would agree.
then we saw a French bulldog, and then we saw another one, and then I don't know, they just kept popping up, and
So
then
all right.
I voiced my opinion about the whole Hildy situation and her coming to the house and how that visit went and blah 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 blah. And then I don't know.
So this is how it works.
Okay.
The stars aligned. We've talked about English bulldogs in the past. French bulldogs came up once before, so that breed has always been kind of on our mind. She's correct. We thought about the whole Hazel mom thing. Just something in the gut didn't feel right. We were dealing with Jake, so obviously a very low time in our life and in our family. And then, as you guys know, I'm a sales guy for
Well,
my.
hold on.
Hang on,
Oh.
let me finish.
I wanted to go and touch.
For my day job, and I get paid on commission. So if you're anybody in that camera is a commissioned employee, your paycheck goes like this, right? And you try not to make decisions until you know what you're getting paid and what you're not, because it's not an hourly job. You don't know. So when I knew, okay, we sold a lot of stuff, we're making money, Jake's doing better, this would be a good time to bring a puppy home. Oh, you found one that's ready, like the stars aligned. Everything seemed good, so I said go for it.
We actually.
Plus happy, wife happy, like.
Don't blame this on me. We actually, while Jake was in the hospital.
Now we're like 12 minutes behind on
That's
questions.
fine. Be patient.
Yeah, we're here all night.
We're here all night. We'll get to your questions. But I'm sitting at 8:20, so we're 10 minutes behind.
Yep.
So if I don't do your question right away,
We're 10
don't
minutes
te-
behind.
Yeah, don't tell me over and over again.
Okay.
But while Jake was in the hospital, something for him to look forward to.
Yep.
I was showing him pictures of French bulldog puppies and kind of seeing what he liked, and then I found Stella's breeder, and he had a bunch of puppies available. So on one of our visits, I actually showed him all of the puppies that were available, and he pointed to Stella's and said that would be my favorite, and we went to visit them, and I said, as long as the personality is right and this works, then we'll consider her. And she was right. She was the right temperament and everything. And it gave us something to talk about during, not that we needed anything to talk about.
Like I said,
but
the stars aligned.
it gave him something to really look forward to coming home to.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
I saw something here about, okay, so if you guys don't know, we run a Saturday, and you guys, there could be newbies in here. I don't know that.
Yeah,
So
sure.
I'll just say it anyways. We do a Saturday video. It's kind of like a reality show every Saturday. It's called Simon Says Saturday. It's pretty much what we do on our Saturdays, and then it gets uploaded on Sunday. So it's kind of like a family vlog. Somewhere in there,
She has the hiccups.
I posted a video about being at our daughter's music recital, and I put silly putty in my armpit
It was,
because it was or stretchy putty of
it
some
was
kind.
Aaron's crazy.
Yeah, Aaron's
thinking
crazy
putty or
thinking
something like
whatever.
that. Crazy Aaron's thinking putty.
But it was heat activated, and when it got warm, it changed colors. It was a bad idea. It hurt. I had to cut my armpit hair out. It's out there somewhere. It's funny.
Oh,
Yes.
how did that come up?
Mary 65 asked.
Oh, you're way down then.
Yeah. Why was it attempted? What? Because we wanted to make it change colors, and it's warm in your armpit.
Look, he didn't read the warning label because it
Yeah.
clearly says it on the tin. Don't put in your hair, and then
Yeah.
he did. Hi, do you want to come up?
Will Moo be sad when thunder leaves?
Ugh. Possibly. Come here. Oh my goodness, you need your paws wiped.
How long do goats are good getting milk? How long do goats are good for getting milk?
You can milk goats for indefinite.
So you can milk. So I'm gonna rephrase the question twice. In a given season, you can milk them forever. You could basically never stop.
She got moody.
Or, I mean, goats are good for milking. How many years?
Oh, so
7, 8 years.
I saw a goat in milk at a show. She was 11.
Yeah, so a long
She
time.
was 11, but hadn't given birth since she was 7 years old. So she was in milk for like 4 years. That's pretty crazy. Julie asked, any more problems with Poppy?
Tonight, actually, her wad in her mouth looked a little big, but
Yeah.
it wasn't. No, not really a problem.
I haven't. Oh, what was Claudia asked? How did Hazel and Luke react to Stella?
It's in a video.
Surprisingly well, is it?
Oh no, Stella? No, it's not. We actually never made. It kind of is. I mean, she fit right in.
They're really. I mean, Hazel doesn't really know how to play with Stella.
No.
Like she wants to, but she's 130 pounds and Stella's not. So, what are you doing?
When you breed rabbits, do you separate the males and the females from the babies? The males never go with the babies.
The males never go.
Never. They go with the mom to breed, and then they go back to their cage.
The males have one job. Once they do it,
Well, Tyler got a lot of highs there.
burp.
I'm still so behind.
Can see. Okay.
Oh, when do the girls, after we wean them, when does their bag kind of go back to normal, their udder?
Pretty quick, I would say. I mean, we also usually stop milking and then they get pregnant, so I don't know if like the pregnancy hormones help out.
That dog is ridiculous, by the way.
She is. She is crazy. She's like, hey YouTube, look at me. You are crazy. Yeah, I got distracted.
You did.
So yeah, Susie, to answer your question, when we breed the rabbits, we put the girl into the boy's cage. They do their thing if she's receptive to it. And then the girl goes back to her own cage. We don't leave them unsupervised because that's really dangerous. And then are you zooming? You are.
I did. Yeah, but keep talking.
Okay. And then, 10 days later, I feel if she did lift and got bred, I check her abdomen to see if I can feel any embryos. And if I do, then at day 20, oh, nice job. At day 28, I give her a nest box, and by day 31, she's having babies. But the dad's involvement is about 2 minutes.
So, we're jumping all over the place. Why didn't it work with Hazel's mom? It's just, there's a dynamic you notice that it's like,
Yeah.
wait a second. Could we have made it work? Yes, we probably could have. But with the family and life challenges we had going on,
Starting with a puppy actually would have
a lot
easier.
Introducing another female dog that's older and bigger than any dog you have, you're basically bringing in a queen into two that you already have.
And she was not fixed.
And she's not fixed, so we had to do that. There was just so much that it was like, wait a second, now's not the time to do this. And we didn't want to string along the owner and say, look, we're not ready. It already took 3 months. We were struggling.
We've been talking about this since February.
Right, so
And
we
it
just let them know.
There was
We're
something
like,
in the universe that every time we went to go try to pick her up or set up an appointment, something came up. I was like, all right.
yeah,
Something's not just, it's just not meant to be.
And then it goes back to, we have little kids, right? We have Quinn and Olivia. When the dogs start playing in the house,
Yeah.
Hazel and Stella, it's kind of okay, right?
Stella stays on the couch and Hazel.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you had Hazel and another 130-pound dog bouncing off the couches
Yeah.
and running around, our little kids could get run over. So it was just like, wait a second.
Just,
This
you
isn't
know,
right.
it's just like
That's
that womanly instinct, that gut feeling that you get And you know, if you ever get that, you just know.
Just go with your gut.
Just go
always.
with it. There's always a
Always
reason
go with your gut.
your gut is telling you something.
And if your gut and your head are fighting, just go with your gut.
Yeah.
Your head's second guessing your gut is what's happening.
Right.
And that's just, I heard that one before in another business conversation. If your gut and your head are fighting, your head is second guessing your gut. Just go with your gut.
We answered Carol's question
I
about
think so.
when the girls get rid of their milk bag
Yes.
and go to normal. Yeah, I mean, it takes a
Yeah.
couple, like a month maybe. They go from, so when you start weaning, you start milking like, right now we're every 12 hours. When you start the weaning process, you cut their grain back and then you go to every 24 hours for like a couple days. And then you'll notice that their udder just isn't getting as engorged in those 24 hours.
Right.
So then you go to every day and a half milking.
There was a sticker on
By
it.
the time you get to every day and a half, you can really just stop milking them.
Whoa! Yeah. Somebody
What?
just let the cat out of the bag.
What?
That's good though. See, like we said, our moderators are awesome.
Oh. Sylvia says your lotion is fantastic. I'm on my third bottle.
We'll talk about lotion in a minute if you haven't seen the link.
We'll get to lotion in a second.
I saw a question here. Oh shoot, I think I missed my question. Go ahead if you got one.
I do. So I don't know how to pronounce her name or his name. The Rasigan. I hope that was right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm glad that Jacob is back home. How is he doing? So we'll kind of fill you in on, I think.
Whatever you want to do, I'll follow your lead.
Fill him in. So Jake's process, he went to the emergency room, and in the emergency room, they just make sure you're safe.
And I already told you guys the system's broken.
The system's broken. They just make sure that they're safe. They check in with a doctor every day. They don't do any meds changes.
They don't do anything.
They did. They took him off of one of his medications.
You're right. They asked us, and we said, yeah.
They asked him, said, hey, we might have a meds complication here. Let's take him off of it, see how he does. So he sat there for about a week in the ER, waiting for an inpatient
Literally,
hospital.
so think about this.
Yeah.
Literally a 13-year-old boy in an ER that has 30 bedrooms, but 45 kids waiting for help.
No, they had maybe 20. They had 15 kids lining the halls.
That's what it was. So 15 kids sleeping in the hallways. Like literally in chairs, worse than this.
They got a stretcher at night, and then they lost your stretcher during the day, and you got to sit in a chair.
All day.
All day.
Because they just didn't have enough help. I mean, that's the system. And
Broken.
And it took days. No windows, no sunlight, no nothing. It's
infuriating
infuriating.
For the parents to watch this, but then your kid is already hurting, and now
it made it worse.
This system is making the kids worse.
Right. So then the second stage is an inpatient.
That's where
now
you actually get.
You're living at a facility with all these other kids that need help. You're talking to people every day, so
it's more structured. You get outdoor time. They actually have a school, so you don't lose your progress at school. They have group therapy
and within
one-on-one.
2 days, he almost started liking it.
We had family sessions where we talk about the plan, and he meets with the clinician every day to go over medications. They changed his meds. Then you're waiting to make sure you don't have a complication with those meds, and then a week later he was discharged, and now he's at an outpatient center where he's doing intensive group therapy,
how to handle emotions, how to talk to people.
It's more of that inpatient stuff, just now outpatient, and he's there for 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
And he actually likes it.
He likes it.
He likes it a lot. But the big monkey wrench will be he wants to go back to school. So Monday he's gonna
go back to school.
And we're gonna see how it is.
Yep.
So
if any of his classmates are watching, Jake's coming back to school.
He has it on his Instagram too, the countdown of
when he's going back.
So he's excited, but as parents we're a little apprehensive because we know that school was a big trigger for him. So
Brenda, we're never taking this camera away from you.
No.
I don't know what you guys are gonna watch after the babies go home. We may switch to
Bubble Cam will stay up.
Well, but we may switch. If I can figure out how to do it, we may put Bubble Cam and Indoor Cam on one live feed and one chat, and you guys can switch the cameras back and forth. I think we might have figured out how to do
We
it,
might be able to.
but I don't know. Either way, it's just gonna keep going.
Oh no, Nina says everyone's Alexa responded.
Oh, yeah.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, she probably talking to you.
Nope. Shannon says, how is Pie Barn coming along?
Oh, I can answer that, sort of.
Okay, so the last 3 weeks have been crazy.
Yeah, so Pie Barn hasn't gone anywhere in about 3 weeks.
Right.
But what we do know is we did not, again, real world channel here, right?
Yeah.
We did not get approved for funding. So
we're building it.
So no, exactly. No bank wants to help us. You guys were amazing. We raised about 3,000 something.
I don't know what the total number is.
Yeah, it's
I
like
think it was closer to
3,500.
4. I don't know. Brenda has the number.
Yeah, somewhere in there, whatever. So now we're going to use that money. We're going to get the site work done, which is a flat crushed stone pad, and then we are going to build it. Which means we're probably going to hold some type of barn raising party / event, like all out, like
all our friends,
like an
family.
18-hour day with as many people that want to show up, and we're just going to build it all in one day.
Yeah.
I'll do the logistics and get all the stuff here, the equipment, the donuts, the coffee, the you name it,
Yeah.
the porta potty, everything will be here. But other than that, it'll be like a 7 a.m. to like 10 p.m. crazy build this thing in one day.
Hop in the pool when you get hot, and then
pool,
yeah.
bonfire, whatever. That's our idea, to try to bang it out in one day. Literally do all the logistics leading up to it sometime in the next 8 to 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Like 2 months, because we have to, I think I saw this somewhere, we have to get to a point where the boys we're keeping do not live in here. So
And the girls we're keeping.
So we're
Remember, I need to get those girls off of the moms just as much as the
Correct.
boys off of the moms.
So yeah, we've got not a lot of time, and we're just working with, by the way, sponsor, Lowe's, Home
yeah,
Depot.
Lowe's, if you're out there,
Any of you guys work for
hit
them?
me up.
Or know somebody that does?
Yeah.
Because we could really help them out.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're working with just the Home Depots and the Lowe's of the world to create a parts list of what we need, just the same way we built this thing.
We're
Actually-
working with our man Roger.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
You're
god.
all right there, Keller.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Yeah.
Take another sip of beer.
Yeah, it's great for a sore throat.
Yeah. Sarah says I missed you guys, by the way.
Oh, we missed all of you
We
too.
missed you guys too.
So I actually snuck the live feed. So this is why, for those of you that saw Jake, the minute he came home, came into the barn and thanked you guys, because he wasn't allowed electronics at all. And you're talking about 13-year-olds. This day, they live on it, right? So he went like a long time, no electronics. I mean, they have a TV where they can flip through movies and stuff. He watched every single movie on that TV probably
Multiple
3
times.
times. But
I can't tell you how many games of Goldfish and Connect 4 and War that we played.
When I slept at the hospital, the night Liz did the barn by herself and jumped into the hay feeder, Jake and I were watching it in the secretly without like the nurses knowing, and I typed in there, I jumped into chat and told you guys that we were watching, and the hearts that flew by literally made him like start crying in the hospital.
Yeah.
But that's why he came home and thanked you guys, because I snuck his, you know,
Yeah.
it was pretty cool.
There's a lot of thank yous to put out there that I don't even have the words to form. There's people out there. I'm gonna try not to miss people, but I know I am, because it's not possible to name everybody.
No, we're not gonna be able to. Keep going.
But Candy and Susan and Chris and oh my God, Debbie. People sent so many just cards and things that put smiles on my kids' faces.
I don't want to drop them all on the floor, but can you guys see
When I
this
couldn't.
pile? I mean,
That's just a little bit.
and this isn't. This
That's
is.
not even.
This is maybe half of it. And you
Yeah.
saw it in the Simon Says Saturday. If you watched that, you saw.
People went above and beyond, and just I couldn't even imagine. Like we just.
And even Canada's being represented.
Canada.
Stop,
I'm sorry.
Um,
I just got that song out of my head too.
Somebody just asked if we got her box.
Was it who?
I don't know.
Because we just got a box from Candy, and I think
Candy,
another
yeah.
box from Debbie today.
There's a box in the house that hasn't
Yeah.
even been opened yet.
Yeah, we just got it today, and we couldn't get all of the kids together at once. They were kind of all over the place today. So they're going to open that tomorrow.
And they got friends over and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
So we're definitely going to open that tomorrow and see what's inside.
Yeah, I think Stella might have ate some of the ice cubes from your drink and she's passed
No,
out.
she did not.
No.
That was a question. Stella eats normal dog food. I don't know, whatever Luke and Hazel are eating, that's what she's eating. We mix it with a little wet food to help entice her because she did, you know, in her transition time, she did go off of food for just a little bit. Good
Somebody
now.
asked about Jake helping in the barn. He does. I mean, you got to think about it. His favorite thing is electronics and video games. But when you get him out here, he likes it.
Yeah.
Getting him out here is the problem.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And sometimes we're just not willing to
to deal with it.
deal with that. So.
Yeah. Yes, I do plan on doing a video of just goats playing outside. Baby goats playing with the moms, bouncing around. I plan on doing one. I just never got to it.
Typo, is Stella going to be a herding dog?
No.
I don't think Stella's supposed to be a herding dog,
No.
but she does enjoy herding the goats and the chickens, which is funny. But no, she's not.
Most of our boys that will be either neutered, weathered
Yep.
by our vet, or we will band
Ban
them
Yep.
so they can go home. And this is an educational channel. We'll probably do a video on banding.
Yep.
You know, so, and we'll put out a little PSA warning like, guess what? We're about to band a goat. If you don't want to watch,
Oh my god, I'm now
turn
20
it
minutes
off.
behind.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
All right, now I'm
Typo
going to-
asked something about apple girly parts, and I'm not sure what that means.
Oh, somebody wanted to see. It's kind of weird, and I'm not going to do it. Not live, at least. What do the girly parts on a goat even look like? Google it. Just Google girly parts on a goat, and you'll get pictures.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Don't.
No.
Even though it's educational, I'm not going there.
The thing is we actually have videos of what that looks
Oh,
like.
we have tons of them. Just search through binge watch.
No, it's like the breeding videos because we'll
Oh, yeah,
show
it's in
you
there.
what
Yeah. Oh,
the
Poochie
white
Coochie.
Coochie.
It's in there.
And
yeah.
the white mucus that they get when they're in heat and everything. We show that.
Mm.
So
I'm just not going to show it for the heck of it.
yeah, just not right now.
When do our kids get out of school? Who knows? I don't remember.
We have Lynn. We've never taken the kids to Animal Adventure Park,
Oh, Kathy.
and I
knows
don't
what
think we
I'm
could
talking
do that in a day trip. So it's not gonna happen.
about. Kathy knows exactly what I'm talking about commission roller coasters.
Oh yeah,
I used to be a full-time real estate agent myself.
yes.
And I
That
got
was
out of
tough.
it because of that.
Well, the market also crashed.
Market also, right. Good
That
point.
was a good. Susie asked, when do your kids get out of school for the summer? That's around the 14th of June.
Yeah. I personally like colder weather the better than hot.
Okay, so there's a fine line. If I could sign up for 68 degrees and sunny every day, I would. No humidity, I would sign up for that. But on the flip side, I do like a good snowstorm. But if the snowstorm could happen at about 28 degrees, and I'm not getting really picky right now, I just don't like to deal with frozen water out in the barn. So that's kind of my criteria. 28 degrees, snowstorm, that's fantastic, or just 68 degrees and sunny.
Stella's collar is just a flea collar.
Yeah, it's a
not,
flea. It's a Seresto. Probably shouldn't have thrown that out there, but
Oh, well.
yeah, it's a flea and tick collar because apparently we live in the Lyme disease capital of the world. Hello, Lyme, Connecticut.
Yeah.
It didn't get its Lyme disease got its name from Lyme, Connecticut, and that's just like 3 towns
Is that
over.
true?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I don't think I'm making that up. I read that somewhere. Somebody Google it and tell me if I'm right.
Who watches the kids when you go live? Well, our 2 little ones are sleeping.
Yeah.
Our 2 big ones are playing video games.
They're old
pretty
enough
much
to
in
watch
this,
themselves.
pretty much right next to the ones that are sleeping.
Right.
And we have technology. Like I can log in to my phone and literally look at my kids playing video games right now. It's just the world
Yeah.
we live in, and I could talk to them. Hey Jake, are you winning? Let's see what he says.
If he is, he's not.
If
gonna
he is,
answer.
he's not
Pretty
gonna.
much.
Pretty much. Nice, good job. YouTube wanted to know.
Oh, God.
So,
Oh, so Typo Queen followed up her question about the girly part. So So this is awkward to ask, LOL, but some have said they saw teats on Apple. Are the babies developing now?
Oh.
So, I thought he just said something.
Got it.
The babies are born with teats, but no udder will form, unless she gets a precocious udder, but that's totally different. Yes, you can see the girls' teats, and some of their teats are a little smaller and less developed, and some of them you can see. So I think because her belly's getting bigger, the teats, you're able to see them now because they're pointing differently.
How long does it take for the moms to start missing their babies when they go home? I have my answer, but you take yours.
How long does it take them to miss? I mean, it's either going to happen right away or they're just not going to care.
Exactly. It depends on the mom. Yeah.
So
by that point, they're so done. Think about it. Just like the deer have babies in the woods, at a certain point, they wean that baby, and they're like, get away from me, because I got to go find my new buck, right? Yeah. It's just nature. They don't want that baby around anymore after a certain number of months.
So really, I mean, they don't.
They don't.
We haven't had an issue with prolonged separation.
Yeah, we don't. Yep.
I mean, maybe the day, but by the next morning, they're like, freedom. And as long as we're milking them. They might get louder in the morning because they're like, milk me first.
Yeah.
You know?
So what is your favorite breed of rabbit? I have two different ones. American Chinchilla, if I was a rabbit person and wanted one as a pet, because they can literally be like Stella and just lay on you. They're like a big puppy dog type rabbit, right? They're in that 15 to 20 pound range. You can house train them.
12 pounds. 10 to 12 pounds. But.
Whatever, they're big. My favorite breed from a business standpoint is the Holland Lop, because you get more money for them and everybody wants them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a supply and demand. Nobody wants the
I'm not
chinchilla.
really sure I can answer what my favorite breed is, because I love different qualities about the different breeds. So, I don't know.
Do rabbits ever get aggressive? Yes.
Yep.
If you don't talk to them or pet them, handle them, yes, they
when
get
you go
aggressive.
to pick them up that first time after 3 months or something, they may not like you anymore.
No, we are legally not allowed to breed Stella.
No, every time look, I leave that up to the professionals. We don't get dogs so that we can breed them. They're strictly pets. So we sign pet contracts when we get pups.
How old is Luke? Old as dirt.
He just turned 12.
12, like
last week. Yeah. Yeah, that was
And I just got up to Candy's post of our summer lotion collection and how we just launched it.
I didn't see that. How does she know?
Hang on. I might have just let the cat out of the bag myself.
So we should probably talk about that now?
No, she did. Summer lotion collection.
But Candy said it?
I think so. Now I'm back to real time. Let me go back. You talk about summer lotion because I opened my mouth.
Oh.
Wow, I'm waving. Oh my gosh.
So, yes.
I can't even go back that far now.
Oh, I'm here though. Okay. So, Diane asked, I have pet wild bunnies in my backyard that I feed.
That.
Oh, that wasn't a question. Okay. I thought it was a
right
question.
around there.
Yes.
Keep going.
Yes.
Because I lost it.
Yep.
I can only go back as far as 8:44.
Yeah, let me answer Typo Queen's question about do rabbits ever get aggressive, because we did kind of, we kind of answered that, but kind of didn't. To us, yes, if you don't handle them, they just don't maintain their social ability, that's the word. But that's why they also live alone, because they don't want to live with a friend. Against popular belief, rabbits are singular, solitary animals. She's just dreaming / cold. I don't know what she's doing. So like after a while, the babies and the moms need to be separated because the moms don't want to be with the babies anymore. And then sometimes you can put all the girls from that litter together and then separate all the boys and they get along, but then sometimes they don't. Why is our camera doing that?
What's it doing?
I don't know. It just did a little spinny thing.
I don't know. Keep talking.
I think you guys are still with us. So yes, we like to keep the rabbits alone because they can turn on a dime. They can live together for 6 months and then one day be like, I don't want to live with you anymore. So that can, you're zooming again.
Yeah, I was zooming.
Okay. So let's see. Candy put out a link to our collections page on our website. So today is the official launch of our summer lotion collection of 2019. There's 3 summer scents that are in that collection. You can buy them individually or you can buy them in a collection gift box. We also launched 4 new, I would call them standard scents. We got a lot of requests for an unscented lotion.
So it's available.
Unscented is.
Go ahead, sorry.
Unscented is now available, and we also have a couple fresh scents in there that were requested. So a fresh bamboo. We have a Moroccan mint, the unscented. I'm forgetting the 4th one. Oh, a lavender chamomile, which is really nice. That's on the standards list. It's just going to be added.
So not the link that said summer, the actual link.
Yeah.
Just go to the collection.
Just go to the lotion
and hit
page.
select.
You'll see a link to the summer collection, which will bring you to the actual collection that is. It's all limited. I mean, we only have our summer collection during the summer months, and once it sells out,
It's gone.
it's gone. So whether it's July,
Yeah.
and I'm sold out of those 3 scents, which are called Butt Naked, which is a fun one, a lilac for Jack's Lilac, one of my favorite scents of all time anyway, and then
I don't know.
hold on, it'll come to me. Butt Naked, lilac, and oh my gosh.
I don't know. Somebody in the comments probably
She's
answered.
probably screaming at me, it's this!
Yeah.
Well, Stella.
Yeah.
Oh! Black raspberry vanilla. See?
Yes, found it.
Found
Go ahead.
it in my head.
Yep.
Yeah. So those are the 3 scents. We're only going to run them for June, July, and August. You can buy them as a collection gift box. So they come all wrapped pretty in a gift box. You can buy them individually. But once they're gone, they're gone. I'm only going to have a certain number of those summer collection scents. So that's that.
That's that. That's it.
That's that.
Yep.
And then in the fall,
But
Okay.
logistically speaking, if somebody was to order a summer collection right now, that's not shipping for 2 to 3 weeks.
right.
So
Yeah, we're launching it now, but the first day of summer is what, like June 19th?
right.
That's when we expect to have orders
So-
going out.
Again, this happened last time and I made some mistakes. If you go and order lotion, summer collection lotion that we don't have in stock yet, it's launching, and then we're just gonna
Kind of like a pre-order.
kind of like a pre-order concept. And you also go, oh, I want a bottle of Swinky sauce too. And nothing in your order will ship until
Yeah.
that lotion is created.
So if you want Swanky sauce, order that separately.
Now, I mean, if you want it together,
Well,
go
if you want
ahead.
it now, though.
But you're waiting.
But if you want it before, like, for a cookout or something,
Right, order separate.
so order separately because
We just need-
can't do partial shipments. It's confusing in the system, and
Yeah.
sorry about that. 'Cause
Taking
we got,
one
we got
order
some
and-
confusion.
Yeah. Plus I
We're
paid.
working out the
Plus I
kinks.
end up paying double shipping.
This is true too.
Yeah, which didn't work.
So okay, that's the lotion situation. So check out the website. There's 7 new flavors on the.
Yeah, somewhere. So the House of Pie, will there be a live feed in the House of Pie? The answer is we would love to. The question is logistically how. It's so far away, Wi-Fi would never make it. So I would have to dig a trench about 400 feet and across a driveway
Yeah, no.
to run a cable
Probably not.
to get internet into this building. So probably
But
not.
we'll keep you updated
But
on not.
We actually had a YouTuber who has been here through this live feed twice, who works in networking.
Maybe he
Plus-
can help us out.
Angie and her husband helped, her husband, Javier, you guys have heard the name, has helped me build this network. We've talked about ways to get it over there.
Right,
So the conversation's beginning, but it's not easy.
right. Miss B asked, will a male goat that is fixed still have the urge to get with a female? Yes. But it won't be out of like a breeding, like out of wanting to breed. It'll be from like a dominant standpoint. So like we all saw Moo and how she started mounting the girls at the end of their pregnancies because she was trying to go for dominance. So that behavior will not be because they want to like create a baby, but more because they want to establish dominance within the herd.
Yeah. Jeanette, that whole journal thing for Jake, when he was younger, he used to write in a
Yeah.
journal that he didn't want any of us to see, but
He did
that kind of
have a-
went away as he got
He
older.
did have a diary.
Yeah, and that might be something they bring up in the classes that he's in now about finding a place to put in
Yeah.
put your thoughts out there where other
Yeah.
people can't judge or say anything because they don't even know you wrote it down.
So
Whatever.
he's gonna be learning some coping skills. He has some things that he practices now when he's feeling upset about something, that he'll go listen to music or come out to the barn and pet his goats or go out to the pond and look for snakes and frogs and tadpoles and stuff like that. Going for a run. These are all things that he has on his list of things that can help him just clear his mind and get through
Right.
whatever he's trying to process.
Did Hazel ever become a therapy dog?
I mean, to an extent, she is working, but not to the extent that I want her to be working. And that'll come with time. My ultimate goal was to get her completely certified by the time Livy goes to full-time school, which is happening in September of this year. So we have to go back to school and actually, she took the therapy dog class. She did well in it, but at the end of the class, when they do the certification test, at the time we were taking the test, she wasn't old enough to take the test. So she had to be 18 months old to take that exam, and she wasn't. So now that she is, we can go back.
So Julie, the rest of the barn will be cleaned out when I get to it. Sorry, that's not the
It's
best
not-
answer, but
yeah.
it's not priority down here.
It's also not that deep.
It's not that deep. It's not that bad. And if you notice, the goats actually don't spend that much time over here. And then the next question right after that are there any baby goats that haven't been claimed? Sarah asked that question. The answer is yes.
Yeah, we have
Sarah, if you're
5.
interested, email Liz.
Yeah, there's 5 still
If you want to
available.
buy all 5, we'll make you a deal. And
Have your people call my people.
we'll even ship.
What?
I'm just kidding.
No.
I mean, we
It's
could.
not true.
but You never
It's
know.
not- It's not true.
Do you have any pictures of Moo's kids?
Shoot.
Do we have any pictures of Moo's kids?
Yeah, possibly.
Yes, we will ban them ourselves, and it'll be live on YouTube, so what'd you do? Did you just delete your whole chat?
No.
I did that earlier.
I went all the way back though. I lost my place. Bear with me.
Yes, snowstorms and farming is not fun. The good thing is, depending in the winter, the chores are like 15 minutes.
Yes.
Because there's no graining and there's no milking, right? So you don't even have to bring all
Oh,
the
I'm
goats
back.
out here to feed them.
Right.
Literally, hay, water, go back inside.
Yeah.
So
Get it.
A
Get
live
in. Get
feed-
out. Get done.
a live feed camera in the winter, like in the winter, the moms are making babies.
Yeah. From
but
like November to February.
It's
gonna
very
be
boring.
Really boring.
it's very boring. So
really boring because they don't even go outside.
no,
I mean, we open the door, but they don't go
they
outside.
don't go anywhere.
Some
Right.
of them have princess hooks. They don't like touching
But
the snow.
bubble cam will be awesome in the winter because it's
Oh, you can
beautiful
watch the
to
snow.
watch the snowfall.
If
and,
we get snow this year,
right,
we didn't get
yeah.
any snow last year.
But farming in the winter sucks.
Yep.
We call it survival.
Yeah.
Winter is survival.
Yeah. Typo Queen said, "Will you have Wacky Wednesdays again once the babies leave?"
Probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do the goats miss getting grain? So they actually adjust to that schedule. For a little while, because we're weaning them off of the grain, because we're weaning them off of like drying them up,
Yeah.
they kind of get used to not having the grain.
Right. Yeah, they're fine.
Kick them outside and
And we lower
That's
it
that.
and lower it and lower
Yep.
it. Yep.
yep.
Why don't we have a nice little barn to stay in for the bucks? Because I would need 3 nice little barns for the bucks to stay in. They
Yeah,
can't,
they
live
can't
together.
live together.
They're intact. They need to be separated.
Okay, so
I'm fast forwarding here because I don't see any red question marks.
Yeah, I stopped seeing red.
Oh, I
question
saw
marks.
somebody ask. Yes, the barn racing will be a weekend because what'll happen, just like
Yeah.
when we built this barn, it'll be a Saturday, right? And then whatever didn't get completed on that Saturday will probably take place on Sunday for the diehards
Yeah, that's
that
how we
literally
did that.
bring a tent and want to sleep in our field.
Well, or neighbors.
Or
that-
neighbors that want to come back. My buddy Kevin lived here for a week when we built
Yeah.
this barn.
Yep.
Like, he literally stayed here for like 4 or 5 days.
Remember what I said when I finished this barn?
Right.
I'm
That
never
do
doing
it
that again.
Well, we're doing it again.
Oof.
But yeah, so it will be a weekend. We will have a couple spots available for some tenting. And hopefully we don't get too rowdy and piss off all the neighbors. But
Typo Queen said I had a barn raising once in Farmville.
nice, Farmville.
That's
I love that
amazing.
game. I never played it,
That's
but it was
how.
cool.
That's where I got all of my farm knowledge. Just kidding. It's not. Seems like you guys go through a lot of hay now. Now you took the.
Oh
bale
my
feeder
god,
out.
that was a bad idea. We went through one
You know what? I'd rather go through a lot of hay than
lose a goat.
lose a goat because
That's why we took
Yeah.
that feeder out, just so you know. We almost lost,
Fiona.
Fiona almost hung herself in that feeder.
Yeah.
Like, it was close. Very, very close.
close.
So, we took it out. The minute we got her out of the feeder, we took that feeder was out of here within 10 minutes. So, I mean, yeah, going through an $80 round bale in one day is not ideal. Hence the reason I just put a round bale right behind you guys. And we're going to just load it in manually because the goats will destroy it in one day. So, yeah, we went through a lot of hay for those 2-3 days.
Susie asks,
I lost my spot.
"What is the stuff Liz puts in the black boxes? It
That would
comes
be
in a
your-
white. It comes in a bag and is white. Oh, is that the baking soda?
Yeah, it's baking soda.
Baking soda.
One is
And
baking soda, yeah.
One's baking soda. The other one is loose minerals. And we had a question while I was filling that up the other night. Why do they need
Why?
it?
Yep.
And that comes down to in the summertime and springtime, especially in the springtime, when the fresh, rich grass is coming up, like clover is really rich for ruminants. When that starts coming up and the goats start eating it, they need that baking soda in their rumens to help balance their pH and prevent them from bloating, which is like the buildup of gases in their rumen. And if too much of that, if they eat too much greens, it can kill the good bacteria in their rumen, and the bad bacteria that's also found in their rumen will bloom, and it's toxic. Excuse me, my phone's going off. It's toxic, and what happens is that that will kill them. So the baking soda is put out for them to eat in hopes that it prevents them from bloating. Long story kept very long,
No, that
not
was
short.
good. That was
And the
good.
minerals is like their daily vitamin. So I hope that was answers your questions.
Oh geez, somebody just asked that question. Yes, we named Moo.
We did
We
name Moo.
named Moo. Moo did not have that name.
Oh, I did see that question back
Yeah.
a little bit. Raggedy Ann says, "Have you seen the barns that are made with a carport and then the walls built around it? You can find them on Pinterest and Google. They say it's cheaper and quicker alternative than a regular barn."
So I would personally build our barn out of a shipping container because shipping containers are 40 feet long, which is how long we need this barn to be. But they're only 8 feet wide. So that is not wide enough, right? So
When
yeah.
you're done, I'll just get back to my question.
Yeah, but there's this thing in business.
Called ventilation.
Well, there's called power tools. We can cut some holes and make ventilation. But yes, there's the carport versions. I've seen those before.
Those carports are really expensive, and then you have to go and buy all of the wood on top of that. It would actually be cheaper to just build a roof.
Yeah.
I think the carports are a great idea if you're not super handy and confident to build your roof yourself.
Right.
But then I also would question the structure's ability to hold snow weight.
So we're
That
doing
might be great in like the south where you don't get snow weight, but here we have to like reinforce to hold a lot of snow.
we're literally building a carport tomorrow.
Yeah,
That's our hay barn.
that's our hay barn.
We're building that tomorrow, and for the goats, now it's going to be built from scratch, basically, out of wood and nails.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, I'm back to.
Yeah. Oh no, they noticed. Oh, do goats get nutrition from hay?
Yes. Yeah. Especially the second cut hay is high in calcium and protein. But yes, they have. Second cut's more nutritious than the
Right.
first cut.
I don't know if I like Lori Coleman anymore.
Oh no, what'd you do?
She realized I'm not using our Peloton bike. She asked, "Do you have one, and do you still use it?" I obviously don't
Obviously
use
not enough.
it. We do have one, but I'll be getting on it soon.
Soon.
Hopefully. Yeah, that's the goal.
Moving right along.
Yeah, I'm moving right along. Just kidding, Lori, we love you.
Of course.
But I do plan on getting back on it.
Now I feel all self-conscious.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have worn white. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Can I mail you the dandelions in my yard?
dry dandelions.
Love the new logo with the Pawnee chicken and the goat. Embroidered
Yes.
polo is really super nice. Any possibility of a t-shirt with that logo printed across the front? Yes.
Yeah, we're working on.
Well, we can do that.
some
That's
stuff.
easy. Or to just make a regular t-shirt with that logo, make one black one, one white one, vice versa.
I was right. S Ireland Googled it, and I was completely right about the Lyme, Connecticut, and Lyme disease.
So you were right.
Woo, Jeopardy question.
Yeah.
Oh, we should make Jeopardy question. Oh, we kind of already did.
We did that.
Q&A.
Next Q&A is a call-in show. We're letting
Oh,
somebody
yeah,
else
call
call in, and the phone will ring right here. It'll be
Oh
like,
my
"Hello."
God. Hello,
and it'll
live
be
on
like,
air.
it'll be like, let's see, it'll be like Brenda or somebody.
We'll be like, hello. We'll be like, hey. Oh my
Which would
God.
be funny because it'd be the first time we've ever talked to any of them.
Yeah.
We've never had actual phone calls.
You
with
guys have all heard our voices,
Right.
but we have no idea what you guys sound like.
Like it could be like, "Hello, Liz." I'm just kidding. That'd be
And
great.
goodbye.
That'd be great. It'd be funny.
Oh my God.
That would be a good call-in show. We're gonna have to do that one. Or they can put their numbers in here and we call them, but then they'd have to put their number out in public, and some people don't want to do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
Yep.
Maybe I don't want to give you mine though.
All right, which goes into the. I liked watching the goats eat the big hay bale. Yeah, I know, it was really entertaining.
You send me $80 and I'll put you another hand.
No.
Don't
I'm not
please
doing-
don't send
don't
me
do that.
anything.
Don't
Don't
do
send
that.
me any money.
Yeah. You're welcome for the answer. I don't even know what question we answered. No, the new barn will not be as big as this one.
No.
So it'll be roughly the same length because we want 12 by 12 stalls and we want 4 of them.
Yeah,
That's
so about
basically.
48 feet by.
Oh, that's 40. Yeah.
That's 48 feet.
Yeah, 48.
By 12 feet deep, but then a 10-foot porch.
So that
So
porch
it'll be
out
very
there,
similar to this barn, not as tall.
but it would end right about here. It'd literally be
12
from,
feet?
yeah, from that
No,
wall.
from here to there?
Yeah, that wall. Because this is a 24-foot barn that goes from that wall to that wall minus the rabbits. The rabbits was an addition. This was 24 by 40. So it'd actually be 8 feet longer than this.
Okay.
It'd be freaking huge.
Okay.
So in other words, she's crazy. That's too big. I'm going to try to tone it down and make it smaller because that's nuts.
Y'all know I'm still gonna get my way, right?
Hello, look at the dog on her lap.
Oh my God, stop blaming this dog on me.
I'm not. Can I hold her?
No.
All right.
You
so
can try.
next-
She's just
no,
gonna,
I'm good.
She's just gonna wiggle her way back to me. Here, you take her. She's like a little furnace. Pass the puppy.
No.
Oh, now I'm covered in.
You're covered in hair. All right,
Hair.
we gotta answer some questions here, doggy. Let's go. Yeah.
Oh, she's upset.
Yeah.
I'm not in mom's lap.
She's like, "Where's my blanket?" That's what she's wondering.
Sorry, Sylvia. She says you're gonna bankrupt me. Now I have to go buy your summer collection lotion. Sorry, there's gonna be. Just so you know, there's gonna be a fall one. Start saving. There's gonna be a fall one. There's gonna be
So this
Christmas.
is
there's
what
gonna
we're
be
doing.
winter. There's gonna be Valentine's Day. There's gonna be a men's collection. I got the whole thing right up here.
So that she's freezing. Can you grab me a towel?
She's not freezing. Dude, it's like 60 something degrees.
So there will be, to her point, there will be seasonal collections, lots of them as the seasons go on,
4 seasons.
holidays, whatever. But we're kind of taking the idea of the beer industry, especially the craft brewing beer industry. And hey, we have a fan that's like building a brewery. Jealous?
What?
We do. We have a fan somewhere. They're putting
If you need a taste
they're
tester.
putting it in a barn.
I don't like beer, but I know someone who does.
But I'm literally drinking a home brew right now. So we're taking the beer industry concept of launching a summer collection, but keeping it limited. Like, we're only making a certain number of each one, and when they're sold out, they're gone.
Yeah.
If you like that scent, either A, buy more than one, or B, wait till next summer and it'll be back. Maybe.
So I
We
want
don't
to
even
pass
know.
something by you guys.
What?
We have an idea of making like a subscription, right? So you sign up for the year. You can say, hey, I want to make sure I'm guaranteed all
bottle.
12 seasonal scents that will only
Spring,
come
summer,
around.
winter, and fall.
Yeah. So there'll be 12 of them, and every month I send you a bottle of June's scent, July's scent, August scent.
It's just like
It's
signing
like
up for the
BarkBox.
Dollar Shave Club or Bark Box.
Or BarkBox, and you get
Right.
a box every
And
month.
it'd be like, we don't know the price or how it all
I don't
works
know,
out.
but it's just kind of something that's tinkering in here, and
But-
would you guys even be interested in
But
something like that?
economically, for some people, $15 a month, let's say that's the number, I don't know, and that just hits your credit card, $15 a month, out of sight,
I
out of
told
mind.
you she was going to be
I
rich.
know, she doesn't want to be here.
Nope.
And you don't even have to think about it, and you're guaranteed that bottle.
Right.
You don't have to worry like, oh, I missed the announcement that fall came out and they sold out in 3 days, which we hope doesn't happen. Because if it does, we'll just up the quantity. We're not going to sell out in 3 days.
I mean, that would be a good problem to have.
Yeah, we'd figure that out. But our point is, there's more coming. Oh, jeez. Okay, Stella, I'm busy. I'm trying to find questions.
I must have gone somewhere.
Yeah.
Somebody asked, and I lost it. How
Oh my
old-
God, Elizabeth's up at 2 o'clock in the morning in
Go
the
to
UK.
bed. She never sleeps.
We still owe the
I
UK
think
a
she
midday.
naps.
I think we owe the UK a midday. So we do
still-
apologize
yeah,
for that.
We do still owe you that.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
We'll talk about it
Maybe
tonight.
the call-in event. will
The
be-
call-in could be the UK one. That's great.
Oh my God.
I
Could
won't
you
be able to
imagine getting a
understand.
call from somebody with like a British accent? I'll be like, oh my God, I could talk to you all day.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
love that accent.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
I might not be able to understand, but I'll try. Oh, hold on, I lost. Do you investigate on what type of rabbits to breed on your farm? So Susie, we investigate. I do so much research on every single breed we do on this farm, whether that's rabbits, goats, chickens, cow, dog, a cat. Well, okay, we get our cats from the Humane Society. But we research every single breed that we bring here. I researched you. You were Portuguese. I wanted to know what I was getting into.
So,
He ignores that one. All right, I'll take her back.
Chris, the answer of if you build the house of pie, it's not an if, it's a when. Just want to clarify. It will get built. We just don't know exactly how or when. Will you plan on keeping more for pets? My answer would be no. But the fact that we kept 5 this year was out of my
Yeah,
control.
3 of them are breeders, though. So
But it's all for logistics. We need to be able to get some of them. There's too many goats on this paddock here. So we have to be able to rotate.
the
and
ultimate
stuff.
goal, and we started talking about this last year, and even the summer before that, when Moo
Yeah.
got sick last year, the way to fix that problem, to make sure that it doesn't happen again, or at least to that severity, is to
Right.
have the option of rotating your paddocks. We need the grass out there to get to a minimum length of like 6 inches, if not
Right.
longer, because the parasites that affect goats live in the ground, and they live on the bottom 5 inches of the black grass blade. And right now I don't even have 1 inch of grass out there. Whereas over there I've got 13, 15 inches of grass that they
Right.
need to be eating, but I have no way of having them safely live over there.
Right.
Safely is the key word there.
How did you guys meet? Oh my goodness, Liz, take it away.
Me? No,
Yeah, I can
that's all
barely
you.
talk.
Oh, goes back to the whole I gotta talk tonight.
All right, I'll make it quick.
Okay. I'll
So
look
we-
for my next question.
So I worked at the restaurant business. I worked in the restaurant business. We were having a restaurant like employee party. Liz,
It was a Halloween party in November. Sorry, I just had to throw that in. It's always just, it's crazy.
It was a Halloween party in November. Liz's friend brought Liz to the party. The girl I was, I don't know, dating, seeing at the time, which is funny.
This story changes.
Can't
every
even
time I
remember
hear
her
it.
name, but
He swears he can't remember.
I seriously can't. Well, we just started, and she blew me off. She didn't come to this event,
It's not you, it's me.
and I almost didn't go to the event. And then I did go, and I met Liz, and that was 20-something years ago, right? We talked about it the other day.
We've been married for 14 years and 3 years, so 17 years.
17 years ago. Yeah. That's it. Met her at a party, Jello shots. Made it happen.
Oh boy.
Yep. Alright, keep going.
Was it the best day of your life? Okay.
Yeah, sure. It was the best day of my life.
Anyway, Stella's 4 months old. Oh god. Yeah. Susie said, "Is it true that rabbits can eat their young?"
Yes.
Yep.
It is. It's
Yep.
pretty gross. So, hence, live camera on rabbit breeding is and it happens.
We'll put it on a proven good mom.
Yeah.
But it can happen.
It can
so
happen.
it's nature. It's one of those things where if the mom has a dead baby, she's likely going to eat it, because in the wild, if a mom had a dead baby, that dead baby's going to attract a smell to predators. So she's going to eat it instead of it sit there and rot in the nest with the other
Oh my
live
God.
babies and possibly compromise the rest of the litter and herself.
Linda's crazy. She just ordered 5 bottles of lotion.
Oh my god.
So I was
God.
wondering. I mean,
Don't have your husband call me to complain.
So this was a question I was wondering, and I was just going to do math and figure it out. How long is a bottle of lotion lasting?
Somebody
I
said
know.
they've already gone through 3 bottles.
I know swanky sauce, there's 2 different answers to that. One is like 60 days, one is like 6 days.
1 day.
Some people go through it in a week, other
Or-
people
yeah.
it takes 2 months.
Or
But those
weekends.
are kind of the numbers that I know from 5 years of selling it.
Oh, hold on. Bare Naked online says sold out. It's not. Let
You
me-
talk, I could fix.
Okay. I thought I double checked all
I'll
of that.
fix it.
If you find anything else like that, let me know, because we'll fix it.
We'll fix it live.
Live on camera. Okay. Boys and their toys. Yep. Alright, so do moms wean or do the babies wean? I've noticed Sadie's not letting Bear and Billy nurse much. Moms do all the weaning. I've had babies like, Greta, for example, was 9 months old and still nursing Genevieve. Still nursing on Genevieve. So it really comes down to, does the mom want to nurse her babies? Because the babies will continue nursing until they, don't want to have milk anymore. But they will. Yeah. So I actually noticed today out in the field that Bear and Billy were nursing a lot on Sadie. But, yeah, they don't need as much milk. At this point, they don't need milk at all. So the moms kind of know that and they move on. So, Kathy, I've noticed that the moms never headbutt their own babies, only other babies. Yes. That's kind of done by design because they're her babies. They will, like, if she doesn't want to nurse the babies, she'll just walk away and not stand still for her babies to nurse. But yeah, they won't headbutt their own babies because they're bonded, and she knows that those are hers, and she's responsible for taking care of them. Carrie, yes, the bamboo is actually really, it's a nice fresh scent, which makes it really appropriate for summer, and it's light, and it doesn't feel and smell so heavy when it's humid and sticky and all that. It's a nice fresh scent that really goes nice for this time of year.
So it might show sold out. It shouldn't, but it might tell you it is. But it's still gonna allow you to order it.
It shouldn't tell you
It shouldn't
sold
even
out.
tell you sold out because
shouldn't.
other people have ordered it. I just looked,
Okay,
and the setting is correct because I just looked at that.
okay. It shouldn't say sold out though.
It shouldn't. So try again.
Yeah.
Hit refresh and try again. I don't know.
Yeah.
Empty your cart. I don't know what to do.
I don't know.
But I just checked, and all the setting is correct, and the product's been ordered by others. Which one was it again?
Butt naked.
Yeah.
By the way, I found that scent, and I read the description, but I really, there was another one called like, what was it called? Funky Monkey or something? I don't know. But butt naked, just, it stood out, and then I read the description. I'm like, yeah, so that has to happen.
Yeah.
And it did not disappoint. I really liked that one.
I would say let us know if it works if you give it a try again because it seems to be working for other people because it's been ordered.
Oh,
by...
Typo did say, yay, butt naked is in stock.
Okay.
And I think she was the one that said it was not in stock. So
Okay.
it might have just been, I don't know. I wish we could just like have a party on the farm for everybody to smell all the lotions. And
Well, yeah, maybe at the barn building event.
I know.
Yeah.
Hold on, here's a new hashtag. Hashtag swanky sauce lover forever.
Oh, that's a good hashtag.
Yeah. Ding.
What was it? I don't know what time I was at.
S. Ireland, I think we answered your question, but I am now half an hour behind. Did you name Moo, or was that her name when you got her? And we named her Moo after, when we saw her, she looked like a cow. And my two friends that went to that farm to pick her, well, I wasn't going to pick her out. I went for Genevieve, Giovanni, and Griffin, who was our original Alpine buck. And Moo was there, and we all know the story. But we named Moo that day before I knew she was coming home with us.
Typo Queen said she can do a great British accent for you, but she's an American. Yeah.
That's okay. She didn't tell me. I might have believed her. All right, let me scroll down. I'm only looking for red question marks now. That one we already answered. Ooh, that was the Peloton question. Sorry, Air.
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't even to you.
No, the
She
Peloton
could have been
wasn't.
talking to me.
Oh, I think it was me.
Oh yeah, Patreon. So Patreon newsletter is going to be going out, well, a couple days late.
Yeah, it's gonna be late.
I'm a little behind. I know it's due tomorrow, but you know,
It's coming.
it's coming. 2nd or 3rd or 4th, it'll be out.
Yes, we are not allowed to breed Stella. It's in the contract. She's a pet only. Unless we're gonna get her fixed.
Aaron, are you getting sick?
I'm getting very thick.
I said sick.
Yeah, sick too. I thought you meant thick, as
No, I
as
said
in like
sick.
not riding your Peloton. Yeah, no, yeah, I think it's an allergy thing. I don't know.
So we had a weird virus go around the house where like the kids would have a fever for 2 or 3 days and then be fine. And then we thought you were getting it, but now your sore throat hasn't gone away, so. But I took Libby to get her ear checked. She had just a routine ear check after an ear infection that we treated.
Right.
Their pediatrician wants them back to check the ear to make sure that the medication worked.
Yeah.
And it just happened to line up where she had this weird virus, and her throat was bothering her. And when they looked in, the bad thing when you don't never want a doctor to look in your throat and be like, oh boy, because she got a strep test, and thankfully that came back negative. So you don't have strep or anything.
No, nothing like that. We don't wean the baby goats. They kind of wean themselves.
Right.
Mom weans themselves, and you might see these babies are not drinking off their moms as often, but when they do, they can get a lot pretty quickly.
Oh, good. Nellie just confirmed that yes, the camera does add 10 pounds, but it's only adding 10 pounds to you, not me.
Got
It's
it.
only on that
Awesome.
side of the
And
camera.
it's adding it right
Actually,
here.
the camera does add 10 pounds, but
here.
her name is Stella.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
it's okay.
Oh. Name.
Oh, maybe we should do a WhatsApp group, and they can call in through that. Because
Yeah,
that's
you
a
can.
free
You could.
call, messaging.
Right, but we just need another cell phone to sit here because we wouldn't want to use either of these two. I thought of that. I mean, I have a bunch of old ones.
Yeah,
and you
we
can
might
run
be
that
able
over.
to arrange that. I don't know, we'll need a little bit of help.
We've thought of that. Yep.
I already have friends convinced next year to do goat snuggles. cuddles.
Nice.
Can't wait to see what babies you have next year to play with.
And speaking of next year, would you consider Rocky and Bullwinkle as names? Those are good names.
Yes, I would. For $2,
Yeah.
that'd be really funny.
Yeah.
See, Brenda already knows. That was a long time ago because I'm now... Oh, I'm only 10 minutes behind. Brenda goes, of course you will. Liz gets her way.
Yeah.
Woohoo,
Who do
I
you
mean-
think will be the king or the queen of the newborns?
I don't know. That dynamic right now... I don't know, they're all kind of like Pie and Thunder were going at it today. I saw Thunder and Shrek going at it at one point.
Yeah.
I don't know, one of the boys. I don't think the girls really have a dominant bone in their body.
So, yes, I think it was Sylvia asked, all the goat milk lotion is still just Jenny's.
Yep.
Yep. She's the
Just
only one we're
Jen's.
milking.
Hey Nina, pumpkin scent?
We're
Just
working
wait
on
until
it.
the fall. No,
Fall.
it's already on the list.
It's on the list. It's coming in
It's already
fall.
on the list. I'm tweaking some. So pumpkin scent, I need to do it right. Well, okay. All of my scents I pre-screen, obviously. I don't just buy them and say that's going to be it no matter what it smells like. If I get a bottle of scent in and I don't like it, it doesn't make the list. I don't care that I bought it. So pumpkin is one of those things where I probably have 3 bottles in my drawer right now and I'm not going to use a single one of them. I'm waiting for the pumpkin scent that I want, but the website that I order it from doesn't keep it available all year long. So probably in, I would say August or September, I'll finalize which pumpkin scent I'm going to use, but it's absolutely going to be like a pumpkin pie. More pumpkin than spice, but still has like that clove and what are the pumpkin spices?
Pumpkin
Stop it.
and clove and cinnamon.
Cumin?
No, you don't put cumin in a pumpkin pie. Sorry.
I don't cook.
I cook.
I'm sorry. The pumpkin spice, not too spicy.
It's all spice.
Shush your face. Now I feel stupid. Cinnamon. That's what I was looking for.
I said that.
Stop it. No, I
Okay.
just said it.
Right, that was
Whatever.
It was good.
We're gonna have a Dr. Phil version of this show one of these days. It's gonna turn into marriage counseling.
Yeah.
Stella, stop it.
I saw somebody. I'm getting ready to place a swanky order and lotion. That's wonderful. Remember, if you order one of the new lotions, it's all shipping together.
Yeah.
Just logistics there, letting you know.
Oh god, she's snoring. Okay. Or name them beer movier.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm still trying to find. You guys are talking about baseball.
Any Canadians out there in Chatland? I bet you there's a couple in here.
Canadians? Yeah.
Oh wow. Somebody I just Graves, Lorraine. I think it said.
Okay.
They just subscribed to our channel last week. So I think this is her first. Oh, that's a question I had
that
for
is.
you guys. How many Q&As have you attended? Roughly. You
Yeah.
could guess. You could
Blow
put
up
in
the
1,
chat.
2, all of them, 3, whatever the number is. Put them in the chat. Just curious if we're getting new people. We notice it's about 200 people and it just sits there the whole time.
Yeah.
Between that 180 and 210 mark. So I just kind of curious if new people are starting to show up. Can't wait to give Mom the unscented. That's awesome. Is it possible to put the goat scratchy thing in view of the bubble cam?
Oh,
That's-
that's in the ground.
It's in the ground, so we can't move it.
Yeah.
You could see it on the bubble cam, but it's too far away.
It's only on like a
You-
cloudy day
you-
can you really see it.
Right,
the
you
whole
need
day.
the sun not to be so bright
Yeah.
because the camera is trying to make it so you guys aren't blind. So it'd be very difficult.
Jeanette asked, why do we not see the other cats?
Which ones?
We have 3 barn cats. I guess she thinks we only see Hunter, maybe? I don't know. I think the other cats stay out of Gen Pop, out of the goats areas, and they just walk. So they have a door behind where your camera lives. There's a door that goes out to the boy area, the bucks, and they have a way to get under that door and into the barn, and then they walk through the rabbitry, hop up onto the table and eat their food up there, and then they leave. They don't hang out with the goats.
Right, and they
Shyla
sometimes
like never goes in.
we have another. For most of you might know this, but some might not. We have a little red shed back here where hay is stored for
They
the
like
boy
to
goats,
go in there.
and the goat and the cats sleep in there sometimes too.
Right. Oh, let's see. I saw that one, Rocky and Bullwinkle. Write that one down. They'd have to have the right personality though, Rocky
Yeah.
and Bullwinkle. Oh man. They still talking about baseball. Alright,
I think the headbutt of the babies is a leave me alone type of thing. When a mom headbutts a baby, it's a leave me alone.
Oh, it's
Or a
that mom.
discipline.
Yeah, no, it's that mom putting that baby in check. Like, back off. You got too close. I'm not your mom. I don't want anything to do with you. So you need to leave me alone. That's what
So-
that is.
Somebody asked the question, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Just as you guys know, I can barely read my own name, so I don't know that name. But it says, Aaron is at a lot of work growing jalapenos. So I'll clarify, I don't grow jalapenos.
Yes, you do.
I do, but I think the question is more for the swanky sauce. I
Oh,
grow
okay.
habaneros for the swanky sauce. Jalapenos I grow too, but no, it's not. I mean, yes, it's a lot of work, but it's not that bad. I think the work comes into like keeping the deer away and weed whacking.
Oh,
and
we lost a lot.
We lost
We
a
got
lot
whacked.
last year.
That habanero plant came back with a vengeance, though.
It did, but it was very late in the season.
It was. But
So
man,
and
it
unfortunately, I'm behind. I don't even have my plants in yet this year.
yeah, that's not good.
It's not good. I gotta buy my plants like this big now. I gotta
Yeah.
find them somewhere. So that's not good.
Yeah, Raggedy
Oh,
Ann just
shoot.
said it goes back, but I swear to God I saw this too. That Greta looked like she was going in for a nurse on Jenny last week.
Oh jeez.
Greta, like
That's
she's nursing
funny.
her own freaking baby. But I swear to God I saw that too. Like she does the little circle thing around and she's like, oh yeah, I don't do that anymore. It's so weird.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got up to the spot where they blew up the chat and started writing all. And most people, all of them, 5 of them, all of them, all but one, all 5.
Somebody who looks like they're like coordinates, like
Yeah.
longitude,
Yeah.
latitude, 28.6.1389.
Yeah.
Brenda, who is that girl and man? I think this might be their first Q&A. Hi, we're Liz and Aaron, and
Yes.
we kind
Own
of
the place.
own the place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we're
and
here.
welcome.
Yeah. Welcome.
This is
all-
our
all
Q&A where we
sixes.
answer all your questions about our goats and our farm and our life and our dog and our
All 2.
everything.
Why do you call Livy sissy? Oh my goodness, where'd that come from? I think it was a Quinn
She's
thing.
their sister, so
Yeah, she's the only
it was just
sister.
easy for it. Just rolled off like that's
Yeah.
sissy.
And I think one of the kids started it.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I don't
Yeah.
remember. Yeah, it would just kind of happen. I mean, for a long time, Tyler called Quinn. Do you remember what Tyler used to call Quinn?
Fwin.
Fwinny.
Fwinny, yeah.
It was so cute.
How many have you had for Q&As? I think this is 7 or 8.
Oh, I
have them all written down. I am still working on the podcast, but to convert these to podcasts. But I don't know. I can't remember how many we've had.
Carol, that's not a stupid question. Hold on. We had a close-up on bubble cam. Can you explain the goat's hooves, etc., and how often they need to be trimmed? So goat hooves, we've done a video on how to trim goat hooves, and they need to be done about every 8 weeks. So 2 months, 3 months.
Yeah.
It depends on how quickly they grow, what time of year it is, how wet it's been.
So we have one on our channel.
Yeah.
But I also took the live camera off and did a live goat trimming, and then of course didn't clip that video out to save it. We lost it. So unless they watched it live, they missed it. But we can do it again. I got enough hooves to trim. We can do it again.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, Michelle A. So when Sadie, the nosy neighbor, is standing up on feeders eating, she looks so much thinner. Is that normal? Yes.
Yeah.
So pregnancy and being in milk and now going into some heat, they can drop weight overnight.
Yeah.
So it's really important for them to have food all the time and water all the time, but that's completely normal for her. You also have to remember our goats run fluffy. Like, we try to keep them a little fatter because they will milk the fat right off of their backs. And you'll see it in their hips, and right in front of their hips is called the loin. And those ribs, you'll see those ribs, especially on the Toggenburgs, their barrels pull that weight down, and they milk that fat right off of their back. So that'll get worse before it gets better. Once they start weaning, that... or once we start drying them up. That's why we dry them up about a month before we breed them again, to try to get some of that weight back on them.
Yep. Julie, no, we do not have a problem with raccoons around here.
Here.
Yeah,
I would say our neighbors do,
they might.
but we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How have the boys been handling all the rain lately? They just stay in their little huts.
Yeah,
They don't
they're
mind.
used to it.
Yeah.
I have to say, the goats are a lot hardier than what we treat our girls inside.
Yeah.
Our boys they're not really, like, they're not neglected. People keep goats under all different circumstances.
Yeah.
A 3-sided little shelter, that's all some goats have, and they thrive. And they it's not like, they do really well with far less than what our girls have. Our girls live in the Taj Mahal, like,
Right.
spoiled rotten, okay? So they don't need this in order to be happy, healthy, and thriving.
Why did I bring my wallet to the barn?
I mean, I don't know.
So
Just
Nick,
in case you need ID.
no, I had to buy gas, diesel, and all that for the tractor for tomorrow. Have you thought of? See, this is not like a real thing. We work right up to our live Q&A, like dirty pants and all. Nikki,
you changed your shirt.
I did change my shirt for you guys. Have you thought about putting a seesaw outdoor next to the slide? Yes and no. Seesaw have come up. They're kind of dangerous, so we might do a balance beam.
Yeah.
We have a tree that fell in the back, so it's like this
Just
big
like a
round.
log.
It's like 20 feet long,
Yeah.
and we're literally gonna possibly put it out there and just let the goats jump on and off it. They can't hurt themselves on that. It's just a tree, and it
Yeah.
weighs thousands of pounds. I'll move it with the tractor, drop it in the field, and you guys will watch them jump on and off a big log all day. So that might happen. Possibly tomorrow or the next day.
No, it's not happening tomorrow. We're building a garage
Good
tomorrow.
point. It's not
And then a
happening
greenhouse. Have you hired any inside help yet?
No.
Nope.
I need it. So, I literally,
I just want somebody to come clean my
I'm dead serious. It comes to the point where I'm about to hire somebody to just clean the house.
Yeah.
Like, we need to focus
Hey,
on.
I did laundry this week.
Yeah, that was
I felt so accomplished.
that was awesome.
Are you being sarcastic?
No,
Okay.
not at all. I could put scratching stuff on one of the poles of the
Oh yeah,
porch.
no. Okay, I want to do that. Damn it.
I was hoping she was gonna say no.
No, I saw it on Pinterest like years ago. You know they make a busy wall too for like an enrichment toy for goats. I'm not gonna do that because I just know our goats would eat something metal and then
They're trying to eat the bubble cam.
I know. But if we give them more enrichment toys, they'll leave bubble cam alone. That's the idea.
Right. Yeah.
That's the idea. But yes, I do want to put some scratchy stuff on. They make big, long, like meant for corners. They're brushes
Oh,
to scratch.
so you could just buy them. They're meant for corners, and you put it up, and you're done.
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy. I don't
Okay.
have to like
I'll go
build
and
something.
research that. No,
Oh,
I'll research that. They'll be up next week.
you could almost handle that on your own.
How long will I could? You know what?
That's awesome.
I might.
That's awesome.
How long will your summer lotion be online for sale? Only during the summer or until we sell out. So that's really up to how many people order.
Right.
But the idea is to have it running June, July, and August. September will be when the fall collection comes out.
Our goal is to predict how popular it's going to get
And
have it
sell
in
out.
stock for June, July, and August.
Right.
I don't want 50 bottles of Butt Naked available in December. Nobody's going to buy it.
I'll use it.
And it's going to take up tons of room. And now when we're sitting on 40 different lotion scents and I have to store it all, it's the whole reason Sam Adams only sells Oktoberfest in October. October, November, December, right? They don't want to have to make it and store it in February. So that's the idea. We're going to predict based on customer demands,
Yeah.
stuff, information we have
Yeah.
that says, I think this should be enough. We might be wrong. Who knows? Might sell out early.
Right.
But it'll all change. Next year we'll make twice the amount or whatever. But that's the idea. June, July, August for summer.
Bye. Lauren, I missed who was looking over the fence, so I don't know what goat that was. Sorry.
Do you have ticks around your property? Yes, we
Yes,
do.
a lot
Lots
of them.
of them.
Oh, I don't know. Who wants to smell like a pumpkin?
Yeah, that's a good
You'd
question.
be surprised in the fall, like, it's just a very classic lotion scent and drink. There's like a pumpkin spice cult-like following. Like Nina said at Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh my God! If we put a trampoline out there for our goats, that'd be ridiculous.
Look, I'd be calling the vet later that day. Like,
Yeah,
it's not
that-
gonna end well.
Yeah, no matter how low we put it to the ground.
Oh, they were saying nutmeg. Back to my
That's
pumpkin.
it. You're cumin in a pumpkin
Shush
pie.
your face. I was having a blonde moment.
Hey, careful.
What?
Our audience could be all blondes.
Then they understand what I'm talking about. I mean, yes.
I think I literally caught up to real time.
I have not. I'm still 20 minutes behind.
No, you're gonna see a big section there where they're just talking about trampolines and stuff.
Oh, I'm back to the point of all of them. Of how many Q&As,
Right.
all of them. Nina
So that
said
means I'm
since-
ahead of you, and I've already kind of
Right, that's
answered
because
a lot
I
of
actually
properties.
look at more questions.
Yeah.
Nina says she's here since Evelyn and Grace were born. That was a good day to come and watch the channel.
Yeah, you showed up on a good
That was
day.
a heavy day.
Oh my God! Yeah, you showed up on a heavy day. You're right.
Yep. Alright, I have to
The
pee
most difficult delivery ever.
ever
Yeah.
in our
In
6
all
years
of
of
these.
doing
Oh, you
this.
guys can't even see them. Never
No.
mind.
Of the 60 deliveries that we've done,
Yeah,
that was the
That
worst
was
one.
the worst one.
Actually, it wasn't 60 delivered. Well, yeah, actually, we did deliver all 60 babies.
Yeah.
Just some of them came out of the same mom.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, then I guess we're pretty close to wrapping it up.
I hope so, because I gotta go potty.
Oh, Do you have any tips on how to keep squirrels and cats out of the flowers? Yes. I
Pee
do.
on them.
Pee on them.
I'm not joking.
And we're not joking. Not on the flower itself, okay?
Around.
Have your husband or your actually technically this might be silly, it doesn't have to be male, but just pee in the area. Like, yes, I'll tell my 10-year-old, we live on a farm. I gotta go pee. Why are you going inside? Pee over there by the garden, not on the garden, but over near it. And it just makes the animals think there's humans around and they don't go.
So we don't have a big problem with that because we have dogs and they pee and poo outside.
Our dogs too. Dog pee and poo will scare away most.
I've also heard that if you go to like a hairdresser and get, you fill like a nylon pantyhose with human hair and place it around the outside. You have to replace that every once in a while, like
Right,
every 30 days, because it gets rained on and it loses its scent. But yeah. So I think one of the Toggenbergs, if they have like twin bucklings next year, that's who we name Rocky and Bullwinkle, since their dad's name is Moose.
Oh yeah.
Nina helped me connect the dots on that one.
Oh, good. Brenda said I'm blonde, but not offended. That was good.
I didn't mean it in like a derogatory, like a insult. I'm just saying. I have unnatural blonde highlights, and I still call them.
Elizabeth, you're crazy.
What?
Her alarm goes off, I think, at 3:30 in the morning, and it's 3 o'clock in the morning right now. You might as well not to go to bed. That's a half an hour, if I read that correctly.
Boy. Oh, see, I'm seeing all the sissies now.
All the sissies.
We also do call her sis.
Do we really check the goats for ticks? I mean,
in the
kind of.
How many years have we had goats? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
I think I have found one. This goes back to the tall grass situation.
Yeah.
Our grass isn't long enough for ticks, therefore our goats really don't get ticks.
Yeah.
Our cats get ticks all the time because they're out in the brush and in the woods and roaming. I think in the 6 or 7 years we've had goats, I found one tick on one goat.
Only because it's a really good goat style answer, you know, for this channel.
Sure.
I'm gonna have you repeat why you give loose minerals and baking soda. It came up again.
It came up again.
Again.
Okay, loose minerals. That's all of the vitamins and minerals that they need in order to stay healthy. So it's got copper and vitamins and minerals and salt and all of that. Selenium, we're selenium deficient in New England in our ground, so they can't get that out of the ground. And the baking soda helps prevent bloat, which is a life-threatening condition that they get from eating too much of something. So that could be grain, it could be flowers, it could be the grass. Clover's really rich, and in the springtime, clover is the first thing that pops up through the ground. So when they go and they overeat on clover, their rumen, the balance, the chemical balance in their rumens can be offset, it can be disrupted, and if that happens, then the bad bacteria that is naturally found in their rumen can overpower the good bacteria that's naturally found in their rumen, and the bad bacteria, if that takes over, causes bloat and toxicity builds up and it can kill them. And it's happened. We lost a goat that way. So we possibly lost 2 goats that way, but Cassie's death was different. So we don't have a cause of death for her really. But yes, we've lost a goat that way. So we always provide baking soda and loose minerals in the spring and summer months to help prevent bloat.
When will the Moo doll be available?
Oh, that's for
that
you.
will be the most exciting product launch ever.
Ever.
But it also is the
long
most
process.
logistically difficult, because I'm just being honest. It's going to be made in China. Nobody in the U.S. can handle what we're trying to do. So now you're dealing with all of that import and dealing with other countries and all this fun stuff. Plus, it's not easy to buy 1,000 stuffed animals custom built. It's not cheap. It's not easy. It takes about 6 months. From the day I say yes, 6 months till the till they show up. So we're cutting it really close for it to be a Christmas thing. That's almost impossible right now. It all depends, and we're very particular. We want it to look like Moo. We
gotta
don't
be
want it to be a goat that just
With a cow pattern.
with a cow pattern. That doesn't
It's
make
gotta
sense.
be right.
Like it's gotta
Everything's
be right.
gotta be right. So I mean, I want it to be snuggly and bean bags in the feet and the butt, and have it be something that you can
Quite
actually
large.
and large. I don't want a 6-inch stuffed animal. I want a 10 to 12-inch stuffed animal, and that's counting from the head to the butt, not even the feet
Right.
and the arms. We just need it right. So right now we're still in the very early design phase of like what can that company even do what we're asking?
Right. And I only have 2 companies to talk to, and they don't know how to read their email. It takes a week to get a response. So it's just,
Yep.
and then I got to deal with Chinese New Year, which basically means February doesn't exist.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, it'll be extremely exciting. It's fun to work on. I love the idea, the concept, whatever. And it doesn't go bad, right? It's not going to be like Lotion.
Once we get it.
Once
we'll
we
have
get it,
Yeah.
we got it. And once we got it, we sell out. I place another order, we get more.
Right.
Whatever.
It's a but the
It's
design phase is what's going to
Yeah.
take a really long time.
Yeah. Plus, our volume is considered too low for a lot of people. 1,000's considered nothing.
Yeah.
Some of them won't even do it for 1,000. They want more, and I'm like, I don't want to buy 2,000 stuffed animals. Think about it. If my cost is only $7-8, do 8 times 2,000.
Yeah.
That's a lot of freaking money. I gotta put out for a stuffed animal. I don't know how many I'm gonna sell. Right? So it's very exciting. We want to make it happen, and we probably will make it happen. We just don't know how yet
Right.
or when.
Right.
But that's the kind of stuff that gets me all excited. So.
Yep. My main goal is to have a moose stuffy for March 2020.
Exactly. Oh,
That's-
mine was too.
Yeah. Any earlier than that would be
A bonus.
bonus.
Yep.
Lori asked, where do the barn cats sleep in the barn? Do they still have their cat bed in the barn? Yes, their cat bed's in the barn. I believe it's in stall 6. They also have blue barrels that are in stall 6 that they can sleep in. And when we have hay in the loft, they sleep up there. I find them on the round bale, which is behind you guys. They sleep on there, especially when the big door is open and the sun shines through. They sleep all over. And then, like we said earlier today, they have the red barn that they sleep in, which is just full of hay. So yeah, they have lots of places to sleep.
Only on our channel
What?
would the people in the chat admit that they like to pee outside. I'm just saying.
Okay.
That's
I don't think
This
I don't
is
want to scroll down
hilarious.
anymore. I don't need to know who said that.
It was a female.
Okay.
Which is great. I
Then
just think
her
this
and
is
sis
fun.
would really get along.
This is fun stuff. Yeah, we're trying to teach our daughter that she's at the age where that's not appropriate anymore.
I taught her how to pop a squat though. Like that is. Hey, these are life skills. You have to in an emergency situation. What?
It's just funny.
In an emergency situation, you got to know how to do this.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to learn how to use a Mabel, okay?
Yeah.
I almost named her Mabel.
Yes,
I
chickens
really
do eat ticks. Yes.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. I'm scrolling down.
Oh man, where are we at?
I'm way down.
I
This
get
just
all-
got really
I
quiet.
get all my minerals at Taco Bell. That's great. I know. Hang on, I think that was the same lady that said she liked to pee outside. I'm not
No,
sure. But
stop
it could have
it.
been she's hilarious.
Diane asked, "Liz, why do you wear white in the
Oh, I
barn?"
saw that question and forgot to
Because
ask
I'm
it.
an idiot.
Yeah.
That's why. I
Because
don't
she does what she
know.
wants to do.
Because the only
Yeah.
other color I really like wearing is black, and black on black makes me look depressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You'd think I'd learn don't wear white and don't wear flip flops, and yet here I am,
White and flip
white and flip flops.
Yep. How about dandelions? I don't know what that was about, but our goats love dandelions.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
they
know.
don't get all. Maybe it was something to do with the minerals.
Oh, it was Kathy. Kathy said I don't mind peeing outside.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
All right, hold on. Important question.
Oh, you found them?
I have severe hearing loss and wear hearing aids. Is there any way you can turn your microphone up? I think right now it's at the loudest we can go.
I could
No?
go a lot louder.
We might be a little distorted then.
I just don't know if it would sound correct. So, like, I just cranked the microphone way up.
Sorry,
So
guys.
everybody else is probably turning their TV down.
Yeah.
It could be my voice today.
Oh, so
I
Elizabeth.
feel like the guy from the movies. Once upon a time,
Oh,
in a barn,
far, far away in
there was a
Salem,
lady
Connecticut.
who slept with a dog. See, like I sound like that guy in the movie. No? Okay. Never mind.
That guy was just on America's Got Talent.
He was.
He was really
He was
talented.
Really good. Yeah.
He was really funny. Elizabeth has the same, like, I don't need to sleep gene that you have.
I saw that. She can operate on 4 hours of sleep.
Easily.
I'm the same way.
I would die. Nobody would want to be around me if I only got 4 hours of sleep.
Uh-oh, Elizabeth and Brenda are arguing about who's older.
About who's older?
Yeah, one
That's
just
an argument you want to lose. Like, look, we always say I'm 29, shipping and handling, plus shipping and handling. And apparently I'm 29, shipping and handling to international.
Oh, now that people are already starting to tell me how many move stuffed animals they want. You don't need to. We want to do
It's gonna happen. It's just.
I want to.
Oh, you turn the volume up and now I can hear myself. All right.
What did you do? What do you mean? On
You
your
turned the
phone?
volume up, and now I put my volume down low, but,
Oh, but
it
you
wasn't
hear it
off, and now I can hear myself.
How much hay do the goats eat in a day?
600 pounds if we let them.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well,
For
they
real.
just ruined it. They didn't eat it.
Yeah. Once
Um,
they poop on it, it's gone.
We did the math once. If you had,
All right, so in the wintertime, they go through a minimum of 2 bales a day.
and that's on 15, 20 goats almost.
That's on 12 girls.
Yeah.
But then the boys go through about 3/4 of a bale or half a bale a day in the wintertime.
And that's only 3 boys.
That's only 3 boys. And
Right.
half a bale is a gross overestimation.
Right.
That's probably less, but I stuff their feeders. I don't know. A lot.
Oh my God! Somebody just said, okay, girls, is there not a way we can crochet or knit one of these moves? It'd be a one-off,
Oh man.
a one-off moo stuffy. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the ratio to grass to hay that your goats eat? They seem to still eat a lot of hay. Well,
Well,
that
that's because
goes
their
back.
paddock is not long enough.
Their paddock out
Yeah.
there, the grass is too short. It's
They
the main
eat it as it grows. It's not not good.
Right.
I gotta go potty.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna wrap this up.
Oh my god, it's 10 o'clock.
I know we've already gone over 2 hours.
We did start late, but
Nothing like having to pee in the woods. Yep, a
I'm
skill.
about to
A
pee
skill
out in the
everyone.
puddle. My face hurts.
Yes, I understand booster systems available for Wi-Fi, all that stuff. We're already running this barn on a very expensive network that like Starbucks or Home Depot would run. That's the world I live in for
Yeah.
work. You're talking a very long way to get Wi-Fi to go from
Yeah.
here to way over there. And that's easy enough. Like if you want to, I can do that. That's simple. If all you wanted to do was search Google and say
Yeah,
like,
but-
what's the weather?
Yes, live streaming
But
takes
live,
a lot of
live
data.
streaming 24 hours is extremely difficult and data demanding. And to do it over Wi-Fi that far away is challenging. So, I mean, it even matters, like, it could work this day, but if it rains the next day, it
Yeah.
won't work.
Right.
Because the rain is literally getting in the way.
Yeah, we'll keep
Like-
doing like
Yeah.
videos.
Oh, we always
not
do
live
videos,
streaming,
right.
but we'll
Of
do
course.
videos of the boys and the girls who live over there.
Right.
And then the girls will come back and live over here once they
Yeah.
are, you know, a year and a half.
Somebody liked my.
Oh yeah, your
my,
deep voice.
My movie voice.
You know, you should start taking the goat's loose minerals.
I should.
You should just start
I
licking
need
them
some
up.
vitamins.
You do some zinc. Our girls are on like zinc tablets
We
for
used to do
their
that.
for their immunity. Yeah, our vet told us to do it. I don't know if it's just our area though, but zinc tablets at the grocery store, like at Walmart,
Oh,
are
they're hard
like
to find.
impossible to find.
Dolly, no, we do not let our goats clear brush or weeds like outside of their paddock. It's too risky.
It's an
depending-
uncontrolled environment, and
Right.
there's wildflowers and
Good night.
stuff that grows in the brush that are toxic and poisonous to goats. And I am no like
That
what is that called when you study plants?
botanist? No.
Yes.
It is a botanist,
Yes.
right?
Like Mark Watney.
Mark Watney, yes. In
I
that
love
movie.
that movie.
That was a good movie. Now, what movie was it? We could literally.
The Martian.
Oh, The Martian.
Yeah, I love that movie. That was like the first movie we ever saw. I took Jake to it. It was the Mommy Jake Day. It was the first movie that he and I ever saw at like one of those luxury theaters where you got a recliner.
No.
Oh my god, front row, 3D, awesome movie.
They are correct. I will not be singing in the barn tomorrow morning.
No. Poor thing.
Somebody said we did great.
Moo looks like the Chick-fil-A cow. That's
Ooh.
so true.
I wonder if Chick-fil-A makes their own cow
She
stuffed
should-
animal. And I could just go buy 1,000 of them and put them on our
Yeah, but
website. Nah,
they're
that won't work.
cows.
Yeah, it's a cow.
You need to take the little horns off.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
I almost said something that was inappropriate.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay. I have a feeling
You're
that
welcome,
people
Elizabeth.
are starting to go to bed and we're still here.
They are. We're starting to go to bed too. I just don't want to miss anybody.
Yeah.
All right, I made it all the way to live, and I see no more red question marks. I did see somebody that I never seen that name before.
I've seen a couple of those.
I've seen a couple. J-O-R-O-K-R-O-A-K.
J.O. Roke.
Yeah, you saw that?
Yeah.
We see you.
I see you.
I don't think I've ever seen you
Thanks
before.
for coming tonight.
And it said, thank you for a wonderful Q&A.
You're
I don't
very
recognize
welcome.
that name.
Well, I see a lot of people saying thank you. So,
Yeah. Yeah, it's late.
and Aaron's voice has got to.
I am done.
We gotta, yeah.
And she got
so I hope we got everybody.
And we need 3 more thumbs up to get to 200 thumbs up.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what she said.
Roxy,
Yep.
thanks. You're the best. No, you.
Once upon a time.
No, you. Stop it.
That was fun.
Hold on.
All right, you
Close
guys.
up a sleeps.
I know, I'm coming over. Hang on, guys.
Stella, you slept through the whole Q&A. She's like,
She's
that's
like,
my bedtime.
She's like, I slept through it. What
I'm
happened?
so tired.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
You're pointing at me, not Stella. Nobody wants to see me. They saw me for the last 2 hours.
The phone died.
Oh boy. All right. Well, Stella, I'm
So
sure
they
you
can
got
see
your
you.
close up.
Yeah. They can see you. She's so tired. She's like, come on, we go to bed.
All right. Okay, we can. They want to see
Oh,
the other
here it
baby as
comes.
well. Yeah, but you were
You're like,
showing.
what? Yeah, hang on, it turns. All right,
Oh, Bubba face.
there it goes. But I can't see real time what you guys are looking at, so you're coming with me past our cards, right past our milk from the evening. Gotta put you guys back on your tripod.
Here, you go potty before we go back. Okay? Go potty. Anywhere in the barn. Doesn't matter. You're outside.
She's stretching it out. I should have had ice cream during Q&A instead of beer.
Oh, we still need to do our Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen, we do need to do that.
Nobody wants to see us eating, though.
That's gonna be. Oh, I wouldn't mind eating
Eating?
during Q&A. I eat all the time. Remember, I don't go on the Peloton and I eat. Can you grab that door?
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
got it.
Look at them. They're even sleeping. They're like,
Oh my gosh.
guys,
turn off
get
the
out of our
lights.
barn. They're like, we're
Get out of
sleeping.
our barn.
Which one's this one?
That's Uno.
Uno.
And Mom Greta. Pie's right there. Hey, Pie. Don't whack Penelope. That's not nice.
There's Shrek.
She's trying to eat.
Right.
Amy, leave her alone. Oh, she being a brat. Charlotte's wearing her dinner.
Charlotte, look at you. What do you want?
That's Apple. Rainy and Thunder.
And Lucy.
Lucy.
And Rainy. And Thunder.
Harper's over in the corner.
Harper's passed out in the corner.
Oh, Fifi's going potty.
And there's some girls way over that way.
Grace is eating.
Oh, she's eating right here?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Oh, that wasn't Grace. That was Evelyn.
Sorry, Evelyn. Grace, Evelyn, one of them.
Hold on. It was actually Callie. Sorry. Really, no, because that's Danica right there. So that means that was Deandra and that was Callie. Sorry, Callie.
All right, you guys are totally not in the right
Oh
spot.
my gosh.
Oh, great. They get to watch me jump.
There's Tango.
Oh,
Please don't fall.
after two. Ow.
Oh, I heard a meow. There's Miles. Oh, Rick and Miles. Oh, you know, that's one relationship that they miss is Miles goes around to every rabbit and visits.
Yeah.
He's visiting Rick right now. Like he sticks his paws in, and not in a mean way, but like plays with them, and they play with him. It's so. I feed you. I'm telling them all about you too. He's like, oh, so embarrassing, Mom. Now he's rubbing up on Laurel.
All right, so just so you know, I'm going to try to get through this. I bought a new tripod for this corner over here.
Okay.
That'll basically make it so it's dead accurate as to where our YouTube fans sit on the wall. So when we take them up and down,
Yeah, we don't have to do the readjustment.
the readjusting goes away. It's just set
Yeah.
100% the same every time. So, and the problem is, you're not going to be able to tell me if it's correct
Well, I'm gonna plug the phone
in real time.
in, and hopefully when I plug the phone in,
It comes back to
it'll
life.
come back right away, maybe.
Yeah, you're probably just going to have to turn on the app.
But I don't know.
What?
What's the pattern on this phone? Never mind, found it.
Yeah, exactly. That pattern.
Oh, it's starting.
Okay.
So.
Now that I'm up here on the in the barn roof, I have to pee.
Now that you're up there, now you have to.
Great. Yep.
Bad timing.
Yep.
Okay. So, if I were the app, where would I be? What's it called?
Mevo.
Got it.
And then just go to barn cam once it loads, not bubble.
I gotta pee.
So do I. I'm doing the pee-pee dance way up here.
Hi. On a stool. Switch on your Mevo.
Give it a minute. Give it a minute.
Connect barn cam.
Yep.
That one?
Yep. Barn cam. Yep. By the way,
Alright, so you need to come down and towards the outside door.
tell me more.
Down more. Okay, now